Welcome to Kambani Zambia TV, your home for fearless investigative journalism, bold analysis, and untold stories from Africa and around the world. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, tap the like, and share this video to spread the truth far and wide. We dig deeper, ask the hard questions, and uncover what others won't. This is more than news. It's journalism that holds power to account. Let's get started. Disclaimer. The content in this video is based on publicly available reports, statements, and allegations. These claims remain unverified, and we do not endorse or confirm their accuracy. This video is intended for informational and discussion purposes only. What happens when power declares itself above the courts, above public consultation, and beyond challenge? In this clip, a senior government figure makes a sweeping claim that Parliament alone has the authority to rewrite large parts of Zambia's constitution, and that critics questioning the process are, in his words, destitute of merit at law. But here is the real question Zambians must ask themselves. Is this a defense of democracy, or a redefinition of it? Behind the legal citations and constitutional jargon lies a deeper tension about power, consent, and who truly speaks for the people. Is constitutional reform being driven by public demand, or by parliamentary arithmetic? And when leaders insist they already consulted years ago, who gets to verify that claim? Listen carefully, because this is not just a debate about Bill 7. It is a debate about where authority begins and where it must stop.
Number, protect us here, what we are doing. Not even the courts of law have jurisdiction over what we are doing here. Yeah. So those who are saying what we are doing is illegal, the argument is destitute of merit at law, and therefore I urge them to vacate the same. These are not jokes. We have a country to lead. We have a country to hand over to the next generation. Today, all of us are called to duty. Duty to do what is right for this country. Madam Speaker, Article 76 of our Republican Constitution vests exclusive cognizance, that is to say, exclusive legislative jurisdiction and province to this House to make laws, nobody else. And democracy is run on the basis of those who are elected to make laws. That's all. Article 79, Madam Speaker, vests authority in this House to amend the Constitution. And in terms of Article 79(6), where there is a requirement for wider consultation, the Constitution is instructive that you are going to hold a national referendum, and only 50% of eligible voters are required to say yes to that national question. So those who are talking about consultation, the law is clear. When you are amending the Bill of Rights, you have to consult 50%. The rest of the articles of the Constitution, Madam Speaker, can be amended in terms of Article 79 by this House. And I want to remind colleagues out there, those who have had the opportunity to know that, to study law, that do not mislead the nation. The Constitution is basically two parts. Those articles that are entrenched in the Constitution and enshrined, meaning they cannot be amended without a referendum. That is where you need wider consultation, per se. But we have the other parts of the Constitution that can be amended by this House. But practice has it that we must consult, and Bill number 7, Madam Speaker, is a product of wide consultations from 2019. That is why those articles that we agreed upon when we were in the opposition ourselves, they have found breath in Bill number 7 because they are non-contentious. Madam Speaker, let me indicate here, for purposes of emphasis, that from the times of Faweza, from the times of Women for Change, from the times of Women's Lobby Group, are now represented under the umbrella of NGOCC. Every year, on 8th March, for decades, we commemorate International Women's Day. And these women movement groups have always been crying for one thing: more women participation, particularly in decision making. Successive governments have been shunning to open the door for women. Successive presidents have been going to grace those commemorations, but doing nothing about it. In the similar manner that the ATI was brought here, in the similar manner that a lot of laws have been brought to this house, such as the removal of the defamation of the president, you have a magnanimous president who is saying yes to women, who is saying yes to youth, who is saying yes to differently abled. Who are you to oppose the people's wishes? For the first time, Madam Speaker, the labor movement, for the first time, Madam Speaker, the student movement, and I was president of Unzasu, just like Emmanuel Tembo there. He knows that what I'm saying is right. The students, you were never. Keep quiet.
Order. Order, honorable members. Let's not debate ourselves. May the honorable minister continue.
Madam Speaker, the labor movement, the student movement, the Federation of the Differently Abled came to make a passionate appeal to your members in the select committee that this particular bill must pass. This is a forward-looking bill. This is a people's bill. It is not like Bill 10. We opposed Bill 10, Madam Speaker, because Bill 10 wanted to amend Article 189 to remove retired civil servants off the payroll before government pays them their terminal benefit. Madam Speaker, Bill 10 sought to amend Article 169(4) to have chiefs to vote for the chairperson of the House of Chiefs and make them political and divide the nation. Madam Speaker, Bill number 10 sought to amend Article 63(2) to remove this House's authority to ratify contracts and loans that government contracts on behalf of the people of Zambia. Madam Speaker, Bill number 10 sought to amend Article 149 to give carte blanche powers to the president to delineate provinces for this country. We said no. They wanted to amend Article 101 to provide for coalition government. We said it's unstable. They wanted to amend Article 123(6) to abolish industrial relations court. We said this is a specialized court which must dispose of people's grievances, the civil servants, the workers. They wanted to amend Article 252 to remove the security of tenure of the Auditor General. We said no. They wanted to amend Article 262 to introduce a legally disqualified person so that President HH would have not been president today. Let's stop cheating people. They wanted to amend Article 107 on incapacity, that even if someone becomes senile or non-compos mentis at law, that should remain in office. What drama is that, Madam Speaker?
The Honorable Minister, your time is up.
Let me conclude, Madam Speaker, that they wanted to amend Article 103 to include that a president-elect can be disqualified to recontest in a proceeding second round election. Who does that? Isn't that recipe for anarchy in a country?
Thank you. Let's make progress. Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I conclude they wanted to reintroduce deputy ministers whom the people of Zambia have time and again rejected. Madam Speaker, I thank you, and also take note that this far no one has opposed this bill. We are united.
If this argument convinced you, say so. If it alarmed you, say that too. Do you believe Parliament alone should amend most parts of the Constitution, or should wider public consultation always be mandatory when the supreme law is touched? Leave your answer in the comments. Challenge the argument, defend it, interrogate it. If you value evidence-based political analysis, not slogans, subscribe to this channel. We document the record, test the claims, and let the public decide. Like this video so it reaches more citizens. Share it if you believe constitutional debates should never happen in silence.